Hello and welcome to Fairview High School, where tonight your Westlake Demons will take on the Warriors of Fairview on a beautiful September night. Hello and welcome again, everybody. I am Steve Aurora, your play-by-play announcer.
Brett Henderson.
And Sheethal Kotha.
So, yeah, it's Brett Sheethal. So, last week the Demons had a very interesting game. It's going to be a bounce-back game for them tonight against Brett, a very interesting, I would say, Fairview ball club.
Yeah, last week, Fairview played Bay Village. They lost in the game 40-14. But, they were playing with Bay basically the whole game.
Yes, they were.
At halftime, they were down 14-6. Late in the third quarter, they tied it back up. But, after that, they kind of fall short. And
yeah, they did.
And Bay Village ran away with it. Tonight, though, Fairview offensively, they have a very simple offense. They really have nothing to lose. They're 0-4 this year. You're going to see them do some quirky things out there. And their running back is probably their star player.
Yeah,
defensively, they're just going to do anything they can to, keep up with the speed of Westlake's offense.
Yeah, so it should be a very interesting game, as you said, Brett. Fairview's got nothing to lose. They're 0-4 going into the game, so don't be surprised if they do some out-of-whack things. Demons last week, unfortunately, they suffered their first loss of the season to North Olmsted, 16-14. They fell to 3-1, unfortunately. Offensively, the Demons didn't play as well as they could. They committed a safety, which really turned out, Brett, to be the victory margin for North Olmsted, because North Olmsted won by those 2 points. Defensively, they were without B.J. Travers, but they still only gave up 14 points, and they had an excellent defensive game. Sean Campbell to add defensive tackle, 20 tackles. What can you say about him? He had an excellent game. Travers is out tonight, unfortunately, again, and also his backup, Mr. Christie, is also out for the game. So it should be very interesting who's going to take up that leadership role in the defense. I'm sure it's going to be Dante Marinucci, but the linebacking core, let's see who can step up tonight. So it's going to be a very interesting game tonight. Sheethal, we're going to see what the coaches had to say on the field.
Both coaches, of course, excited for this matchup, and it's a great night for football. Let's go to the interviews. I'm joined by head coach of the Fairview Warriors, Mr. Lou Spagnola. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
What does the Fairview offense want to do against this very tough Westlake defense?
Essentially what we're going to try to do is, number one, do what we do, and that's wing T style of offense. I got a little bit of it last week against North Olmsted. Try to control the clock, long drives, and play mistake-free. Hold on to the football. That's the bottom line for us tonight.
And has the Warrior defense planned to play against the spread offense of Westlake, led by quarterback John Brown?
John Brown's very talented. We have a lot of respect for him. All week we've been talking about the ability for these guys to make quick plays and often. So what we need to do is get pressure up front and don't let anyone get behind us defensively and try to contain some of their speed.
What would you like to see come together for Fairview at this game?
I'd like to see us play 4 quarters of good football. We had a great 3 quarters against Bay, and it was 14-14 there a little bit before the 4th quarter, and kind of fell apart there. So boys need to stay together and play strong for 4 quarters.
Well, good luck, and can't wait to see a good football game. We'll be back with head coach Ron Johnson.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back. Now I'm joined with head coach for the Westlake Demons, Ron Johnson. Thank you for joining me today.
Pleasure.
It's a great day for football. The weather dictates how the offense can play, pass or rushing. What does the weather tonight say for the Westlake Demons offense?
I tell you what, I never really notice the weather. We do what we do, running or throwing it every weekend, week out. So looks like it's going to be a perfect night, but every night's a perfect night for football.
And defensively, how does Westlake plan to hold this Fairview wing T offense?
Hopefully as well as they held North Olmsted last week. We shut them down, and hopefully we can do the same thing again this week.
What would you like to see come together for Westlake to come out with the win tonight?
We just want to get back to the fundamentals of playing good, solid football, blocking, tackling, running. We're going to play it hard for 48 minutes with our guys that are here to play on Friday nights.
Well, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Can't wait for a great game. The weather today is about 77 degrees. It's not windy at all, dry field. It's a perfect day for Friday night football. Back to the desk.
And so, Brett, let's let's get around the SWC.
Last week, Steve, Falls lost to Amherst 17-7 as a big SWC game. Two of the better teams SWC. Avon Lake beat River 49-0. There's no big surprise there. They, as we said earlier, did beat Fairview 40-14, but Fairview was in that game until late in the game. Going into this week, you're going to see 4-0 Bay playing 4-0 North Olmsted. Amherst is at River, and probably the game of the week, maybe the game of the year so far in the SWC is Avon Lake at Falls. You'll see both teams with their best test of the year so far. That's what they're going to look for.
Yeah, it should be a very interesting SWC season. We got 4 teams 4-0, 2 games in the second when we get into the second game of the season, so SWC season. So it should be a very interesting week. Both squads tonight should compete a little bit. As we said, Fairview was tied 14-14 with 5 minutes into that third quarter against Bay, so it should be very interesting. First, we got some people to thank: Hungry Howie's Pizza, Lehman's Deli, and always Tops Water for bringing out the pizza and the sandwiches that we will have at halftime. Brett's favorite part of the game, and so and pickles. So, and also we'd like to thank Mr. Sheckelhoff, is also outside the truck tonight. He is Westlake's #1 fan, and he looks like he's pumped up tonight. It should be a very interesting game tonight. We're going to have a big crowd tonight. Westlake travels well, so does Fairview. It's going to be a very interesting game, so sit back and relax. The stat crew's ready. We're ready, so sit back and relax. It's going to be Westlake Fairview coming up here on 22-18. Welcome back to Fairview High School. Kickoff is just about underway. They're showing the players right now. We're being introduced onto the field. It should be a very interesting game. Fairview, they're 0-4. You see some of the players being introduced. It should be Brett. I'm expecting Westlake to win tonight. I say Fairview contends maybe into the second quarter, but you just got to believe Westlake's got too much personnel on their team, and they'll do what Bay did. They'll just run away in the second half. That's what I think is going to do.
I agree with you, Steve. I think Fairview's going to, they're going to hang around early in the game, but, once the game settles down, Westlake's more disciplined, they got more talent, and they're going to come out on top.
Brett, what we saw on the field tonight, Westlake and Fairview, there's not a lot height and weight differential. They're both the same height, both the same weight. It's just a matter of talent. I guess it's the only way you can put it, and probably a matter of depth. Fairview's not the deepest team in the SWC, and also one thing to mention before we get on our way. This is the last time Westlake and Fairview is going to match up in SWC play. As we know, next year the SWC is going to be split up. A couple new teams are going to be coming in. Fairview, Rocky River, and Bay are going to be leaving, and so this is the last time Fairview and Bay are going to hook up in SWC play. So that's one storyline. Let's see who's going to have the bragging rights forever. That's going to be the story tonight.
You're right, Steve. Westlake's going to come out here, just got to play hard. They should come out to win if they execute. They're more talented. They're winning games, Fairview's not. But they basically just got to win, show Fairview why they want to leave the conference. Yeah, Westlake wants to get into a good groove before they hit in. They got Fairview and Rocky River, what some would consider the two weakest teams in the conference. Then they hit the big 4 teams, actually. You got, of course, Olmsted Falls, Amherst, and Avon Lake. Westlake thinks they can win in all 3 of those games. But then after that, you got 4-0 Bay. You don't know what they're going to do tonight against North Olmsted. So they're going to have 4 tough games after the tonight and Rocky River. So that brings up good points, Steve. Even if they come out here and win tonight, they really got to make sure they play good football.
Yeah.
They got to get prepared because after River, their own destinies in front of them. They're playing the Big Four, as they like to call it. They're going to have to come away with a couple wins there, to get in the playoffs. So, they don't want to play a sloppy game here and win tonight. They want to go out there and they want to look sharp.
There's John Brown. He's going to lead the offense tonight, as always, for the Demons. Let's see if the Demons can cut down the mistakes. Last week they had a lot of mistakes. Now we're going to go to the opening kickoff. Mitro's going to let it fly, and we're underway here in Fairview. Game time temperature about 75 degrees. And Fairview is going to return it to about the 29. And it looked like the kick was returned by Dean Luzowski, number 36. So the Demons defense going to take the field without B.J. Travers, without Ryan Christie, who is Travers' replacement, but they still got a lot of leaders out there. They have Campbell,
Another big loss for the
Marinucci.
Demons was Brand Tomzak. Defense.
Oh, yeah. He brought speed to that corner. Mike Minnick can do exactly what Tomzak does, so he has a good replacement. So Fairview under center, first play of the game, man in motion. They run the wing T, same thing as North Olmsted did, and they're going to get pummeled nowhere. Maybe a loss on the play. It looked like Rafe was in on the play. Made the first hit, number 7.
Westlake still continuing to show it's hard to run on them.
And so, yeah, North Olmsted ran the ball not at will last week against Westlake, but they were the most successful team. North Olmsted put some interesting numbers up. We'll get to those later. Under center, we got Reese, man in motion. Looking left, over the middle, they got a man. And it's going to be first down yardage for Fairview. So Reese hit Matt Fasco, number 1. It's going to be a first down for the Warriors.
It's a nice play there, Steve. Run this lane over the middle, saw it open, and the quarterback delivered it.
3 steps and boom, the ball was out. And Fairview's got a first down. So Reese, 3 men in the backfield, 1 to the right. Looks like he's going to a hard count. They're going to hand it out right side. Westlake in pursuit. And you know what? Stu Hout will get about a couple of yards. He'll get actually, Brett, he'll get about 4 or 5. So a good play for Fairview. Last week we saw some very interesting things as the Demons were taking on North Olmsted. North Olmsted last week, 178 rushing yards on the Demons compared to 58 for the Demons. And North Olmsted only put up 98 yards passing with Westlake 234. So
A lot of their running success had to do with some key Westlake injuries, though. Sean Campbell did step up last week, have a great game with 20 tackles.
Yes, he did. So Reese going to send a man in motion. He's going to send Schaefer. Handoff up the middle. They'll get decent yards, a couple. Whole defense in on the play. Marinucci pushing the pile. Campbell there again. 20 tackles. Brett, that's more than a lot, really, from a defensive tackle.
You can't really ask more for what Sean performed last week. They're missing BJ. They're missing their defensive end, Brad Tomzak, and Sean has had a great game.
Yeah, Sean Campbell had a very good game. 20 tackles, and you noticed when he was out there because he was pummeling some of the running backs for North Olmsted. So Brandon Reese has got a man to the right, wing T. They got 2 in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd down. And they're going to run it out the middle, and that's not going to be enough yardage for Fairview as Andrew Druso was in trying to run the ball for Fairview, but Rafe was in on the tackle. Number 7.
Rafe made a great play there. We're looking for him to step up.
It really blew up the hole. And you know what, Brad? It looks like Rafe is going to be the B.J. Travers for tonight. And really, there's no weak talent on Doug Rafe's game. He's an excellent ball player. He's a great player to have as a backup for B.J. Even though he doesn't back up, he starts most of the games. But it looks like tonight he's taking B.J.'s role.
You're right. You're really going to see Doug step up. He's got the mental and the physical part of the game.
North Olmsted is going to skip it up the middle, and they're going to get a first down. Quarterback sneak by Reese. It was 13 inches from the 50. A little risky, Brett, but they got the first down anyway. So
when you're Fairview, Steve, you're not having the greatest start to your season. You're not really expected to do well. You're going to be seeing them take a lot of gambles tonight, a lot of chances. I think they're really going to open up their offense. And what Westlake really needs to focus on here is not to give Fairview any, you don't want to give them any thoughts in the mind they come out here to win. They got to stop them early and score early.
Yeah, Brett, it's really a good point. As Fairview nothing to lose, they got room on the right side, and they got excellent room. That's how he's down the sideline, goes outside, and he'll get to about the 25 of Westlake.
Expect Fairview to come out strong. They played 3 hard innings at the beginning of last week's game with Bay. It was just that fourth. They played 3 good quarters. It's just that fourth quarter that really hurt Fairview, and that's what their coach said. They got to play 4 good quarters.
Yeah, Fairview looked like they're really coming out fired out in this first drive. For Fairview, for a team who will be the underdog, it's maintaining that throughout the whole game.
Yeah, Fairview's it looks like they got a little bit of muscle on the side of the ball, the offense, and moving the ball nicely against Westlake. We got pass left side, incomplete. As Reese was looking for Fasca, but incomplete. One thing to note here, Brett, we were talking about the height of Fairview. Watch out for number 5, Dan Schaefer, 6'6", 190. He's a lengthy but tall guy out there, so end zone situations, don't be surprised. A little hitch up to Schaefer, a little lob up to him.
At 6'6", he could definitely be a playmaker.
Oh, he could. Jump ball situations. I'm surprised Fairview does not try a little more. That's him on the bottom right of your screen. Reese, 2 men in the backfield. And we're going to get a false start on Fairview. So it's going to be 2nd and 15 from the 25. And Westlake's corners, they're not really that tall. Chase Reagan is listed as 5'8". So if he goes up against Reagan, that could be very interesting. You got 6'6" and 5'8". Reagan's almost given up a foot to Schaefer.
I expect Fairview, establish their running game because they have a good running back.
Yeah, they're running it nice.
He's in the leaders. You'll see him in the plain dealer and stuff. You know what? If they start running, that's when they could open it up and get it to their 6'6" receiver.
Steve Hout, he came back from last year's returning letterman. This time they're going to fake. Now there's that wing tee over to Hout, and he'll get some great yardage for Fairview. He'll get about, it looks about 6.
Westlake really is struggling to stop the run here early, Steve.
So it looks like it's going to be a 3rd down and about 5. It's going to be a 3rd and 7 from the 22. Let's see what Reese and the offense does. They're getting success running on the right side of their offensive line. Reese is going to send Hout in motion. They're going to fake it off to him. Reese is going to move out left side. He's going to run. Now he's going to throw. Pass incomplete. Intended for, looked like Schaefer on the play. Actually, it looked like Pete Larson, wide receiver, 5'9". He dove for it, could not get it. This is going to be a 4th and 7.
It was a great play call by Fairview there, Steve. It's exactly what I was talking about. They're running well on us early. They faked the handoff. He rolled out, and he really did have the open receiver. He just couldn't hold on to the ball.
And that really gives Fairview 2 options. You got Reese rolling out. He could either run with it, see the situation, or throw it out. This time he threw it and didn't get the complete pass. So let's see what Fairview does. They're going to go for it. 4th down and 7 from the Westlake 20. Reese, 2 wide outs. He's looking left. There's that slant again. Pass is complete for Fairview. And there was Matt Fasca again, 5'8" wide receiver. He made the 1st down completion. So, Brett, Fairview is doing the same thing North Olmsted did last week. They're converting on 4th down.
You're right. So as a defense, that's obviously your number one thing. You just can't have. You're out there. You make 3 stops on the first 3 downs. You're doing a great job. It looks like your offense is going to come out on the field there. The other team goes for it. You have to shut it down. And that's one of the biggest ways to swing momentum in a football game is a long 4th down completion. Especially this early in the game.
Yes, it's going to be very frustrating for the Demons. 1st and goal from the 4. They're going to fake. Actually, they're going to hand it off to the fullback, Andre Druso, but he did not go anywhere. It looks like Marinucci was in, leading the charge.
Westlake's defense has done a great job this year. A couple yards out, having some goal line stands. This would be a big one for them here. You don't want to see Fairview get up 7-0. They're the underdog, but they got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You don't want them to, get momentum and think they could win this game.
You gotta believe, Brett. Fairview's gonna go 4 plays here. Nothing to lose, as we said. They're gonna go 4 plays. I don't expect them to get 3-0 lead. That's really not gonna help their cause. As they're gonna hand it off up the middle, touchdown, Warriors. And so the surprising Fairview Warriors are gonna get out 6-0 lead pending the extra point.
The offense put together a great drive there, Steve. They made 4th down completions. Besides the one drop ball, the receivers were running good routes. Great looks by the quarterback. You really like to see Westlake's defense tighten up a little bit. This is not what you want to see. Being on the road, you don't want to let the other team go ahead early.
So Steve Hout, a 4-yard touchdown run for the Fairview Warriors.
Number 2.
And so Fairview's going to kick the extra point. SWC play. These extra points could be crucial. Kick is up. Just barely gets through. So we didn't say we were going to be shocked if Fairview was going to go up 7-0 or have an early lead. But it's really not expected of Fairview. But I'm not shocked. But let's see what happens.
You're right, Steve. You worded that great. I mean, they came out to play against Bay last week. They were with them in the 3rd quarter. They're a tough football team.
Yeah, they are.
They may not be winning games. They may not have the most talent, but they play hard. They're a tough team. They're going to come out fired up. That's why it's really key to Westlake to get stops early in the game and really show them that they are overmatched. But, giving up a drive where Fairview really drove the field effortlessly.
Yeah,
the 7-point lead. That's not what they're looking for.
There were the loss of Tomasic and the loss of Travers right there in that possession was really noticeable, as the middle of the field was open for Fairview, and they converted on. And they also had a nice play on the right side of their offensive line where Tomasic usually would be.
You're right, see, those losses are showing up here, but it's unfortunate. They're not going to be playing tonight. They got to find a way to get it done. You can't really be looking back and saying this happened because of losses. They got to find a way to step up. Someone needs to step up.
See who steps up. It's going to be very interesting. As Leo Spagnola, the coach of Fairview, should be very happy with the team effort all year. As we said, you really cannot say anything bad about their team effort, but they have a 7-0 lead due to that effort. They really pounded it.
Does play very hard, Steve. They'll get out there.
Well, we also have 3.5 quarters to play. Jason Caesar is going to kick it off. Chiser, excuse me. And he's going to wiggle it down the left side. And Westlake will return it to about the 40-yard line. 35-yard line for Westlake. So the Demons will get good field position. So Brown and the Demons will take the field with great field position.
They're going to be looking to establish your offense early, find out what this Fairview defense is really going to struggle with, and they got to get the touchdown. And that's the best way to pick up your defense right now is to get the touchdown back and say go out there and just get it done.
Yeah, it was Westlake's offense. If you take out the Lincoln West game, they haven't put up that many points. 14 against North Olmsted. You got 20 against Southview and only 18 against North Ridgeville. So Brown's getting rushed. He's going right side. He'll run with it, and you'll get about 7 yards on the play.
Saw nothing downfield. John decided to tuck the ball away. Picked up some good yards. It's a heads-up play.
And so the Demons offense, see, they can establish the run. Establish the run's really going to open up the passing game for the other wide receivers. So they're going to send Munch in motion. Very key component for the Demons running game. They're going to hand off Berman right side. He's got first. And get some great yardage. Second and 7 for the Demons on the 48. And it looked like Westlake moved early, right side of that offensive line. It did look like Mike Flood moved for the Demons.
This isn't the start we're looking for here.
Brett. Go ahead, Brett. Sorry.
They really are. Westlake really is. They're a disciplined team. They just, they just gotta execute. They're a good team. They gotta go out there and execute. It's really early in the game, obviously, but I mean, this Fairview team's coming to play, and they're gonna have to get after it, or they could find themselves down early.
So, right there on that play, Berman got about 5 yards, made up for the penalty. It's gonna be a third down on the Demons, and it was really uncharacteristic football last week for the Demons. Many penalties, which really hampered the offensive progression down the field. It's very uncharacteristic. A lot of holdings, saw a lot of false starts, and when you put any type of offense, it doesn't matter who you have. If the St. Louis Rams were out here right now going against Fairview, put them in 2nd and 20, it's still going to be a little tough for the Rams. So Brown's going to go left side. It's got him in. It looks like Andrew Gray, he'll break a tackle and he'll get the first down for the Demons. So good pass, Brown to Gray, gets the Demons first down.
Gray made a nice job holding the ball there and picking up some yards after the catch.
And we do have a flag on the play, and the refs are signaling it's going to be holding against the Demons.
Once again, see, these penalties, you can't do it. You can't be an offense, and that's going to kill your momentum. You're making big plays, and you can't keep calling them back on penalties. They're going to have to get discipline out there. It's just, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's got to be the most, I said giving a fourth down has got to be most frustrating for the defensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator, it's got to be penalties. You get the first down by 5 yards, and then you got a holding penalty. That's really just got to frustrate you. So it's going to be a 3rd and 26 for the Demons. As if you give penalties and keep Fairview in the game, Fairview's going to take advantage. Brown over the middle. Has got Barrett, but he's short, about 5 yards. And Westlake's going to punt.
Fairview defense, they kept the offense under them there. They were going to give up the reception as long as it's short. They did their job there. We'll see if they punt or if they're going for it here early, just like Fairview did.
Yeah, they give it the prevent. It's going to be a 4th down and 10 for the Demons.
They are going to go for it.
They are going to go for it. Brown, right side. This could be very crucial to the game. Pass complete. First down for the Demons. You know what? McCann came up with a reception for the Demons. And so Westlake going for it. Very risky, Brett. Would you go, if you were offensive coordinator, if you were the head coach, Brett, would you go for it? 4th and 10 from your 50. From the 50.
Yeah, I probably really went early in the game, but against Fairview struggling this year, you got to get a way to get that. They gave up 7 points early. They got to find a way to show that they're not fearing them, that they're going to come out and not get overpowered.
And there's a fumble snap by Brown. He's going to return it. Will he throw it away? He gets away. He's going to look right side. Pass is almost intercepted. A very wacky play, that one, Brett.
It's a little risky there, Steve,
Brown did an excellent job getting away from the pressure. We do have a flag on the play. He did a nice job getting away from the pressure.
Munch was the intended receiver.
Munch was the intended receiver. Pass was almost intercepted, but we do have an illegal man downfield for the Demons. So the offensive line probably did not know what was going on there, Brez. They probably thought Brown was sacked, but really can't blame him for that.
That's one of the problems we saw last week in North Dome said is the snaps. They're in a shotgun for every play of the whole game, obviously. You got to get the snaps out. I mean, you can't be having bad snaps when you're going to sit out there and run a shotgun offense the whole game. Because things like this happen. Sometimes the ball's going to get turned over, or it's going to lead to big losses like that.
It's going to be 2nd and 10, 15 for the Demons from the 45. As Brown is going to hand off. North Dome. Fairview came with the blitz, and Berman will get about 5. But get 4 on the play. And we were talking about, just by the naked eye right there, it looked like Brown had the ball. Just went right through his hands, unfortunately, on that last play. And he did a nice job getting away from the pressure. But right now it's going to be about a 3rd and 11 for the Demons. They need to get to the 29.
Still looking to get that on in here.
Yeah, they need to get to the 29 of Fairview. Fairview bringing the blitz. Brown left side. Has a man. Gray, first down. Just got around that first down marker. So even though through the penalties and through some of the mistakes for the Demons, they have the first down. They're moving the ball on 3rd down and long. Do you think that will continue tonight, Brad? Do you think if they get into 3rd down situations all night long that they can continue to go?
You're right, Steve. Our team, with our passing offense, we're capable of picking up, big yardage losses. But if you cut down on the penalties, that's how your offense is going to run away with the game.
So Fairview came with a blitz. Nice takedown of Berman by Ryan Blackburn, number 55. He came down. He took down Jake Berman hard in the backfield. He came in on the blitz. And so the Demons, long yardage right now. 2nd and 13 for the Demons. Barrett in motion. Munch near the formation. Swing pass over to Berman. That's why they have Munch on the outside to block. Berman's got great yardage. He'll get tackled as he just keeps pounding. It's going to take about 8 Fairview defenders to get down Berman, but he has the first down, I think. Yeah, he does have the first down.
Another long down situation, Westlake converted.
Actually, it's going to be a 3rd and 4 for the Demons. From the 23, they need 4 yards. They can go anywhere here. They can go to Berman. They could go to Barrett, but they're going to throw a screen out to Berman. He's got the first down. And the ball was juggling a little bit, but Westlake will get the first down, moving the ball.
It's nice to see Westlake getting those 4th down conversions this game.
They're getting down those crucial 3rd down conversions. So first and 10 for the Demons from the 16. They're knocking on Fairview's door. 3 wide receiver set for Brown. Hand off Berman. Up the left, around the left side. Got a good block, and he'll get some yardage on the play. Look like he's getting about 6 or 7.
Berman doing a great job running the ball here. It's nothing unusual. He's been having a great year. You never get scared putting the ball in his hands. It's always good to have a player that when the ball's in his hands, a play is going to be made. Yeah,
it's really a comfort factor for the Demons because they know they can go to him on any situation. 4th and 40, or they can go 4th and 1, and they can get a first down with him. So now they're going to look for Berman on a little screen. Brown's going to get it to him, and it looked like Berman just got enough to get the first down. It was 2nd down. They threw the pass to Berman, so Berman, once again, is the workhorse. He is the Clydesdale of the Demons offense.
First and goal on the 6.
So it's going to be a 1st and goal for the Demons from the 6. They got 10 yards. So Demons knocking on the Fairview doorstep.
Looking to get that early touchdown back, send their defense back out there, and tell them just go out there and get it done.
They're going to throw out of the right side. They got Barrett, and he's going to walk in. Touchdown, Westlake. So they score against the Fairview defense at will right there, even through the mistakes and penalties. They converted the 4th downs, and now they're only extra point away from tying this ball game up.
I see Westlake did fight through the many offensive penalties in that drive, but even though they did score, you got to see that being cut back. It's late in the game. It showed it last week in North Home, so the penalties are going to come back to haunt you.
Yeah, it's really hard for any football team to go 3rd down and 10 all night long, because it's not going to. It's a tough situation. Metro kicks the extra point through, and the Demons are tied at 7 with the Warriors. So.
That's another positive note of Westlake Demons football team. They're starting to get their extra points coming together. It's not supposed to be such a main event out there to see who's going to make it or not. He settled in there, and he's made a lot of extra points there.
This game is really marking the halfway point. You see Barrett, he scooted in for the touchdown from Brown. So 6-yard touchdown pass, Brown to Barrett. Not an unusual combination, right, Brett? Brown to Barrett, 6 touchdowns, 1 game. But we were talking about earlier. This game really kind of marks the halfway point. It's Game 5 of the 2004 season already, and you've seen the progression of the Demons and some of the adjustments they've made through the season. Earlier in the season, they were missing some extra points, but they really, through practice and through hard work, they've gotten through those mistakes, and they haven't missed an extra point since. And there's that Demons offense. Excellent job. Munch and McCann right there, 89-45, talking to each other. McCann had a good reception on the play on the 4th down. So Marshall's going to tee it up, kick it away to the Warriors.
It's good to see John McCann get out there and make a big play. It really was a huge play to see. They kept the drive alive, the 4th and long. You know, he made the catch.
Yeah, Brown's got a lot of receivers, so he's got many to choose from. And really, each one isn't that bad of a player. They're all good, excellent players. So Michael's going to boot it on the right side. And Fairview's going to fumble it, but returned by Fasca, and he's going to go about 10 yards before he's hit on the play.
So the Westlake offense, you know, they picked up their defense, got the touchdown, and send the defense back out on the field, see what they can do here.
So we do have a flag on the field, and it's going to be a hold against Fairview, so that's going to hamper the Fairview progression. So the Demons' defense helped out a little bit. So 7-7. 11:53 left here in the second quarter.
So both offenses put together drives. You know, Westlake's was a little shaky the penalties. They got it done. They both scored here on their first drive. It's the defense to see who's going to settle in first and really get another team the advantage here.
Yeah, that touchdown from Brown to Barrett ended the first quarter, and so we're tied at 7. They're going to hand it off left side for Fairview. Taken by Steve Hout, and he'll get a couple yards. And also, one player to look, number 53, Craig Acker, middle of your screen. He has had a very great season. 12 tackles in the backfield for negative 54 yards. So he's getting tackles for loss. He's really blowing up some plays all year long. And really, he's doing the same thing that Jeremy Derenberger did last year for the Demons. So here's Reese under center. Let's see if Fairview can move the ball again, or the Demons made some adjustments. Reese is going to go left side. He faked the pass, and there's a flag on play in the vicinity of offensive holding on that 2nd down and 7 play from the 17.
Probably going to see a hold there.
Would not be surprised. And so right now, Brett, Fairview cannot commit penalties tonight because you can't give Westlake more opportunities if you're Fairview, because Fairview comes in as an underdog, and you know what? They just can't give yards away.
You're right. Anytime you're the underdog, you got to come out and you got to play a near perfect game, if not perfect, to beat the team. I mean, if you're overmatched, you don't want to see the penalties, you don't want to see the drop balls, you don't want to see the mental mistakes. You got to come out and you got to play hard.
That's going to be key tonight. Whoever makes the least mistakes, usually in every football game, will win the ball game. And so we got a chop block on Fairview, so it's going to be 2nd and 18 from the 7. So this should be very interesting for Fairview. They don't want to make a mistake. They don't want to turn over the ball here because you don't want to give Brown, Barrett, and Berman and company field on the a short field from the 7. So Reese has Blackburn in the backfield. Man in motion. They're gonna fake the handoff to Blackburn, but now it looks like we had a fumble on the play. Westlake jumped on it. Marinucci came up with it. And the Demons' critical turnover. You know, right there, Brad, I just said Fairview cannot commit the turnover, and they just did.
And that's where you have to make the call. They haven't pointed Westlake's ball.
But now the refs are going to talk about it for a little bit. They're going to see if there really was a fumble. Westlake thinks they have it. And it's going to be a Westlake offense. So right when I say Fairview cannot turn over the ball, they do. Because Blackburn it looked like Blackburn was the carrier on the play, and he fumbled it. And so the Demons are going to have a 1st and goal from the 7. So Fairview, probably these are the mistakes that really have hampered them all year. They were in the game against Bay, and Bay came away with the victory.
You're right. See, they're not going to give Westlake this short of the field. I mean, 1st and 7 for the goal. This may be the reason they're losing ball games. They did come out fired up and get up early. But like I said, the Westlake offense came out and scored early. That made it told Fairview, you know, this isn't going to be like the game they think it's going to be.
So the Demons are going to try to score now. Handoff looking to fake the hand up to Berman, looking over the side of the end zone, and it looked like the pass was complete for the Demons, and they were down at around the 2-yard line. It looked like the pass was complete to Barrett.
Should see a run here, Steve, 2 yards out when you got the running back like Berman.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of surprise that Berman doesn't have as many rushing touchdowns this year. The way he's running the ball, it seems like when they're getting on the goal line, they're opting to go for the pass. I mean, it's working, but you'd think you'd like your chances, to get the ball to Berman. They're 2 yards out here.
And there's a pass you just said, Brett, excuse me, and pass was incomplete, intended to Barrett.
You got a great passing offense, you got a great quarterback, but it really is hard to understand when you're on the goal line 1, 2 yards out, half yard. Why not give the ball to Berman, who's been rushing the ball great all year? He's at a 6-yard average. He could pick up touchdowns.
He's only got 2 on the year through 4 games. Well, it looks like we're going to get a legal shift on the Demons. It's going to hamper them even more. Berman's only got 2 touchdowns on the year. Barrett in the Lincoln West game had 3 touchdowns of 1 yard each. So they're opting to go for the pass, but it's worked. That's the thing about it. And there is Berman. He's going to pound, and he'll get around the 4-yard line. Jake Berman, you think they'd go more to him in this situation because he's such a powerful player. He never gets hit backwards. You never see him falling backwards. He's always falling forward, and he's always just, it seems like, carrying defenders with them, and he just keeps going. He's a train. He just keeps going.
He has that mentality. He's always going to pick up an X yard when he's falling forward. But you would think they would have handed off to him when they're 2 yards out, not 8. This is another reason.
3rd and 4. 3rd and goal from the 4, and they got in. Oh.
Looked like the ball was deflected there somewhat. And there's Berman making a great play.
Yeah. So Berman gets the touchdown pass, as we were calling for the run, but he gets the touchdown pass. Low snap to Brown. Brown picked it up and threw, just barely got out of the grasp of a Fairview defender. Caught Berman, and Berman did his job, as we expect, and just pummeled into the end zone. And the Demons have a 13-7 lead, so Westlake got the 13-7 lead now. Michael's going to come in for the kick. And Michael's kick, enough distance, of course, and it's through. So the Demons looking good so far offensively. They're moving the ball. Fairview has not stopped them. Credit the Demons. Excellent job tonight.
And that's my wife, Solveig. That's my baby, Jane.
So the Demons are going to kick it off to the Warriors. So very interesting game tonight, Brett. It's not the one that football experts would call the perfect game, but Westlake has the 14-7 lead. We've seen some unusual plays, 4th and 10 conversions from the 50. Right there, Brown had a low snap, but he still got it into the end zone.
It kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier. You're supposed to beat a team like Fairview. Chances are they're going to beat them tonight, but you got some big games coming up in your schedule. You really would like to see a win that's a clean one. You don't want to see his penalties. You don't want to see the bad snaps.
Yeah.
You want to see him come out there and play clean football, come out to win, and get out of here, prepare for a big game.
A solid win you'd want. As one that you just want to win that's very convincing. And so Michael's going to kick it off right side, and Howard has the ball, and he'll get a couple of yards. Excuse me, that looked like Fasca. Yes, that was number 1 Fasca, and he will get a pretty decent return for Fairview. So Fairview's going to take the field against the Westlake defense. As last time Fairview fumbled the ball, don't be surprised if it was Sean Campbell in on the play. We couldn't see it from here. If it was Campbell, it could be Demby, it could be Acker, it could be Minnick. It was somebody on the front 4. So let's see if Fairview responds. Westlake responded nicely by putting 14 points on the board. Let's see if Fairview can respond. Reese, 2 men in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Hout. He looked like he had some room, but he just slipped on the cut. And he won't go anywhere. Marinucci in on the play, including Minnick, number 9.
Palmer looks to have picked up this Westlake defense. They're really starting to, settle down in there and play the football that they could play.
Westlake looked like they made some good adjustments defensively. As Fairview just came out playing some smash mouth football. Reese, again, wing T offense. Gonna send a man in motion, that is Hout. And they're gonna give it out up the middle to Blackburn, and he'll get about a yard. Really, Brett, I'm very surprised with Fairview right now, not trying to pass the ball. You got a 6'6" receiver, Dan Schaefer, who's almost a foot taller than the cornerback that's covering him. So it's very interesting play calls I'm seeing from Fairview. There's Schaefer coming in, as you can see, number 5.
I agree with you, Steven. Their passing slants, their routes, they were working great early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Westlake's starting to show you they're not going to go run on them, so you really would expect them to throw the ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not just trying to throw one deep to Schaefer. Maybe they're holding on for later in the game. Schaefer's going to be the man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Reese got some room. He's going to throw down the middle. And a huge collision on play. And it looks like the pass was intercepted by the Demons. As it looks like Doug Rafe taking B.J. Travers' spot on the defense. And he comes up with a huge pick.
Great athletic play there by Doug Rafe. You know, I had the opportunity to have lunch with Doug Rafe.
No way. No way. You did?
He was telling me he was gonna, you know, he's been having a good season, but he really wanted to turn it up a notch and come out and play, and he's really showing. He's making big tackles and a big pick.
Wow. Brett had lunch with Doug Rafe.
I was fortunate.
You're a very fortunate man, Brett.
Luckily, my agent set that one up. I don't know if he really wanted to have lunch with me.
Wait, he's the athlete. He paid, right?
Let's just not talk about
Okay.
it. Back to the game.
All right.
Back to the game.
All right, back to the game. Westlake with the pick. Actually, that pass was deflected a little bit, and Rafe just made a nice play and got the interception. So the Demons 14-7. The offense is going to take the field. Fairview's really not shown the ability to stop the Demons defensively. And so we got a little stoppage of play. Both teams are going to talk a little bit. If I was Fairview offensively, Brett, I'd just take Schaefer, put him one side of the field, line him up one-on-one, and just throw the ball. Because even if you throw the ball deep, there's a 50% chance the ball's going to hang up, and it's going to be a jump ball situation. It just always happens on those type of plays. And when you have height, that's a big factor. You can't teach height, and so it's just a matter of talent and executing for Fairview on that play.
You're right, Steve. Sorry. My head was also.
That lunch is getting to you, isn't it? You're still wondering who paid, but anyways. And so the Demons going to have excellent field position on the 46. 2 wide receivers right, 2 to the left. Berman in the backfield. He's got some room. He's got 10. He's got 15. Still pounding. And he'll go about 20 yards on the play. Excellent run by Berman.
Once again, you know, it's almost like you just get ready to talk good things about Berman. He gets the ball. He's always making a play. He's not going to settle for the short yard games. He's making the big plays. He's been a big part of this offense this whole year, really getting them going when they're not moving the ball really well. And you'd like to see him get rewarded for a little bit more on the goal line with some rushing.
Brown was looking deep. He takes it down and looks like he's going to run with it a little bit. Actually, no, he throws the pass incomplete. Westlake calling for the flag, but nothing's going to come through. Yeah, Jake Berman, it just seems like every play he's running downhill. It looks like the field's a hill to him, and he's just keeps moving, keeps tumbling, keeps his feet up, just keeps them moving. And he gets some great yardage. He's never taken down on the first hit, I'll tell you that. I haven't seen that all year where he's been hit and thrown down to the ground.
Last week, Westlake had a total of 58 rushing yards. Jake Berman alone today has 58 already.
Very interesting. Now they're going to throw it to Berman. He's going to cut left, get some yards. So that's also, we haven't talked about this all season really, Brett. Jake Berman has an excellent field vision. You can see it out there. You can see that right there on the play. He had a defender right in front of him. He saw blockers to his left side, saw some open space, made the cut to the left. So that's one key component to a running back, being able to see the field, see the holes, and that's what
right.
he's been able to do all year.
You bring up a good point. You know, some people will have the field vision, some people will have the agility to make the big cuts, but he can put them both together. That's what makes him such a dangerous player.
There's a pass out to Gray. Gray will get about 7. Look on that, a little bit, look like a makeshift flanker screen for the Demons. So the Demons are moving the ball. This is probably why Fairview has been struggling all year. They haven't gotten the win in the win column because of the defense. The defense has not been impressive, but also credit that Westlake offense. You got powerful components on that offensive side of the ball for the Demons. You got league leaders in all stats, and we're going to get a false start for the Demons.
Another penalty here for that offensive line. You know, maybe this is the game you want to see them starting to get it together. They've got some big games coming up. Like I said, this isn't what you want to see.
Never want to see penalties. Doesn't matter who you're playing. Westlake could be playing the Pee Wee team of Fairview, and penalties is still not what coaches want to see. Berman's going to go up the middle, make a man miss on the first play, first tackle opportunity, and he got about a 5. It's going to be a 3rd and 7 for the Demons on the 18. Next is going to be a 3rd and 2 on the 14. We're going to get a stoppage of play. Timeout called by Fairview. So, Brett, we were talking about the SWC this week. You got, the most interesting game right now is you got Avon Lake taking on Olmsted Falls, you know. You can't say enough about Avon Lake. 4-0, number 1 in the state, defending state champions. They got all the credentials. Trey Strauss he has about 60 attempts carrying this year, and he has 50% more than the leading competitor in the rushing category in terms of yardage. So he's pounding. Excuse me, that was Trey. It was the running back for Avon Lake. Trey Strauss is the wide receiver.
You're right, Steve. That is a big game over there at Falls. Avon Lake, you know, they're going to be favorites, state champs, still undefeated. But Falls, no matter, you know, who they lose, if they graduate people, if people are injured, they're just one of those football teams that are always just going to find a way to pick it up and step up to big games. It's really an interesting game over there at Falls. I really wouldn't be surprised if you see Falls upset them there.
See Falls turn around, but excuse me, I was trying to figure out the name of the running back. It's Bobby Doyle. He's the running back for Avon Lake. He's a pretty good player, but it's not going to be a cakewalk for Avon Lake. They're going to have to go and play. They're playing Olmsted Falls tonight. They're going to have to come to Westlake, which is always a difficult place to play. And the Demons, bet you any money, they'll be ready to play in that game. So Brown's going to send Munch in motion. Fairview looks like they're blitzing on every play, Brett. That's probably why Westlake has some one-on-one receivers. Outside, Barrett, touchdown, Demons. We called the blitz right there, Brett, and you got Barrett wide open. If you're Fairview, they're probably playing the run right now, and that's where the passing game's wide open for the Demons, and right there the Demons converted.
You credit a big part of that to Jake Berman. You know, when you got a runner back there, that's that much of a threat getting the ball. You're going to try to blitz. You're going to try to keep some more guys in the box to try to disrupt that run a little bit. Therefore, that's really going to open up the passing game. And, you know, that's what makes this Westlake offense so powerful is you got the good running game, and then you got one of the best passers in the area, and you got great receivers. It's like you got to balance it out a little bit better. Fairview seems to be blitzing a lot here. It's not working for them early. You know, maybe they're going to sit back there and say beat us with the passing.
Extra point's good for the Demons. 21-7 for the Demons. 21 unanswered point. So Steve Barrett, adding to his touchdown totals, he's now got 8 on the year. 2 tonight. 21-7 for the Demons. 5:48 here in the second quarter. That first quarter really moved along because both teams marched the ball down the field, but this quarter is taking a little time. So, as we said, it's been a beautiful night here for football. As it's Brett, when was the last time you could say this? It's 75 degrees on the last day of September in high school football. In my freshman year here and in my sophomore year, I was out in the sleet and the snow on September 15th.
You're right, Steve. But, you know, it's Cleveland.
Yeah, it's Cleveland. You don't know what's going to happen.
Dress in layers. That's my advice to you, Steve, dress in layers.
I think I'll take that advice. And what my luck, I sit out in the field all year, and then my freshman sophomore year, deal with the sleet in my face all year, and then I get into the truck, into the shelter, and I get 75-degree weather. You cameramen should be lucky out there.
You're gonna have to put in the tough work before you get rewarded.
Yes. We're gonna get back to the game. Vasquez got room, and he was taken down on the play. So,
Interesting return again by Vasquez. He never really seems to turn on his motor. He just basically waits for his blacks. He never is really even running. Looked like 75%. He's not really running hard, but he's just dependent on the blacks.
Yeah, he's not really turning on the jets. If he would have turned on the jets, just would have gone full steam. He had a little bit of room. If you go full steam through a hole,
it's exactly what
it's
I
going to be
saw.
a tougher tackle.
He had room there. You really should have turned it on. There's a time to wait for your blockers, and there's a time to make a play.
It's Fairview down 21-7. Excuse me, Brett. Westlake, good lead right now. They're going to hand it off left side. That's the play that worked so far for Fairview all night, but it did not work there. Minnick leading the charge. Same thing with Rafe. He's been all over the field tonight.
Fairview's still trying to go with the run. Westlake's still stopping the run.
Yeah.
You wonder, down 21-7, you're 0-4, you're struggling this year, when they're going to start opening up.
Yeah.
You got really take shots downfield.
You got nothing to lose. Just throw the ball. I'm calling them out right now.
You're
just
right.
throw the ball.
I don't think Fairview wants to get in, pound the ball, run the clock down kind of game. They're going to lose. They got to really take their chances early in the game and see if they really want to, have a shot later.
Westlake shows what happens when you can throw the ball. That's 21 points right now. So here we go. Reese is going to throw it to the right side. Pass is complete. They'll only get about 5. They threw the ball, but they got one part of our argument right. You got to go downfield.
Yeah,
you got to go vertical.
Throwing it, left and right. You got to throw it downfield.
Yeah.
Man. You got to give.
You got to give your receivers a chance. You got to give everybody a chance.
Watch,
At Fairview, maybe they're just trying to get a crisper offense for next year, but who knows? I would just maybe it's not in their offense. Maybe the passing is not their offense. Who knows? So Reese, 2 wide receivers to the left. Excuse me, 1. Now they're going to send Hout in motion. They're going to fake it to Hout. They're going to look back to Hout for the screen. He's got a blocker. He's got some yards. He's got a first down, and he will be dragged down by Mitro. And we got a flag laid on the play. Looks like maybe a face mask. I really couldn't see it. That's in the vicinity of a face mask, but who knows? Because the ref just pulled out the flag out of nowhere.
You could see the late hit show up here. You could see the face mask, personal foul.
We can't see the sidelines. We got a dead ball, personal foul on the Demons. So a late hit on the Demons. We can't see the sidelines from here because it's such a steep angle.
Demons with 5 fouls on the game, but that's their first defensive foul.
So that's very interesting. Defense played a crisp game tonight. The last couple series.
You're looking, to score, obviously. You obviously have to score in a football game. But
yeah.
You want to see them, maybe now they can go with some of the run a little bit. Waste this clock, go into halftime down by 7 points against Westlake.
Yeah.
I think if you tell them yesterday you're going to go into halftime down 7, they'll take that and come out. Maybe they will open up second.
Sure. There might be hiding some from Westlake and from us that we do not see. Blackburn's going to get hit in backfield. He won't go anywhere. Maybe it actually looked like Druso. No, it was Blackburn, number 44 with the carry. So, yeah, Fairview, we've been calling them out here in this possession. Just throw the ball. Get some, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to slip on the defensive side of the ball for the Demons. You don't know you don't know if there's going to be a tip. It seems like the weirdest plays come out in the passing game. And you don't know when the ball's going to roll onto your side of the field. So Reese is going to send a man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff, and Reese is going to get hit in the backfield. Great play, as it looked like number 4, Huffman, was in for the initial takedown. And Westlake will call timeout and try to stop the clock. So Westlake Demons, we've been calling out Fairview, Brett. We've been saying, throw the ball, anything can happen. But you got an excellent defense on the other side of the ball in the Demons. These Demons are strong players, in my opinion, one of the strongest teams in the state, as you can see by the weight room. But if Fairview throws the ball against the Demons, it's not going to be easy. We thought we sounded like it was going to be easy, but it's not, because Westlake's got such a potent defense on that side of the ball.
The reason you may not see Fairview going with the pass right now, maybe you're right there. Maybe they don't have the offensive line to really give him the time he needs to go out there and pass.
Yeah, there's a lot of components into that. Could be O-line. So it's going to be a 3rd down 17 on the 45 for the Warriors. Let's see, do they take the chance? Let's see if they take the risk, or they make Westlake burn another timeout. I take the risk. Nothing to lose. So Reese under center. He's going to take the risk. They're looking left side. They're going to go downfield. We've been calling it. There's Schneider. Excuse me, Schaefer. And he won up one-handed with it. Couldn't make the grab.
You got the jump ball you're looking for there, Steve, and it almost worked out for him.
Yeah.
The ball was thrown a little bit too much ahead of him. That's maybe why he went for the one hand, but...
It'd go two with the hand. I don't know. With two hands, it'd be difficult, too. Just the ball was a little out of his reach.
If you're a Fairview, though, those are the risks you got to take.
Yeah. Just take it. And Fairview's going to punt it away. 4th down. Dan Schaefer, the 6'6 receiver, also acts as a 6'6 punter. So Fairview's going to try to hold out the Westlake rush here. Schneider gets off a low line drive. Wow, it almost hit the line. It's going to be returned by Oots. And Oots will get about 5. He got hit crisply on the play. Looked like leading the charge was Sean Kuhn for the Warriors. So 2:34 left. That's an eternity for the Demons offense, especially the way they've been throwing the ball tonight. Westlake, I'm sure, would love to go into halftime 28-7. See what they can do. As Westlake has an excellent game tonight offensively. Brown, no mistakes. Berman, no mistakes. The penalties were there on the first possession, but they haven't returned since. Credit Westlake. Excellent ball game right now. So Brown's going to look left side. Now looks like he's going to bring it down. No, he's not. He's got a man wide open. It looks like Hassan. He's got some room, and he's going to get tripped up. Hassan with the excellent grab.
Starting to see, some new receivers out here making catches, which is good. We got a lot of receivers. I mean, you hear about Barry a lot. He's a great receiver, but there's so many other guys on this court who can really step up. You're seeing Hassan and McKay and 2 seniors both making 2 big plays.
Yeah, Hassan with an excellent grab. It was very interesting how Brown faked the run and defenders bit on it, and Hassan was open. Brown looking, plenty of time, going to be dragged down in the backfield by Jason Cheeser. And it won't be a sack. Yes, it will be a sack. Scoreboard's a little slow tonight. Round Berman. Lots of room. He'll get about 6 or 7. Dragged down by Pete Larson. 1:36 left, and then Westlake will call the timeout. So it's going to be a 3rd and 5 for the Demons. So Demons, the way Mitchell's been kicking the ball right now, they could get 24 on this possession. Maybe add a lead, make 28-7. As in a flash, Brett, it just seems like right before my eyes, Westlake was down 7-0, but right before my eyes, like a magic act, Demons are up 21-7, just out of nowhere. The Demons just put up 21 quick points. Credit that offense. Excellent job.
Came out on fire, got an early drive going together. Like, you see a lot from any underdogs, but, as the game goes on, you're going to see the team, as long as you execute, the better team's really going to go ahead and pull us. So.
Yeah, I remember John Madden once saying his team was down 14-0 in the first quarter with 8 minutes left in the NFL, and he just said, no problem. When he was coach for the Raiders, he said, no problem. He was acting like it was a 0-0 game because there's so much football left. The Demons have proved that theory right. They were down 7-0, but no problem. So Brown, lots of room. He almost gets sacked by his own player. He's going to throw right side. He's got Berman. He got the first down. Wow.
We're seeing a lot of this tonight. Seeing plays breaking down, but just hanging with it and guys just getting open and making yards. It's another interesting play.
Yeah.
It really looked like it's going to be a big loss for the Demons.
Yeah, credit to Brown and the rest of the Demons and just sticking with it and just hanging on to the plays. Brown looked like he almost got sacked by his own lineman. He almost ran into him. But Brown and Demons got first down. Brown, there's John Brown. Pass to Munch. Yeah, he's got a good reception there. JT Munch, very key component to the Demons offensively, Brett, is he can really open up the field with him going in the middle of the field, and he's a blocker for Berman on the rushing.
You're right. He really goes unnoticed for how big he is to this offense. You're right. He gets out there and blocks. But yesterday, in probably the Westlake's biggest game of the year so far, he made the big touchdown.
Yeah, against North Olmsted, yeah.
He got off the ground, he caught him.
Yeah, and he's also shown he's like a two type of player. He's gonna block for Berman, but he's also gonna be he's gonna be a good receiver because he's gonna catch the ball when he goes out in the middle of the field. He's like a tight end / fullback / wide receiver because he's got the hands of a wideout.
That's what you see when you see a guy of his size in an athletic body. You can kind of relate him to Winslow. Mm-hmm. Winslow may be a little more on the receiving side. And Munch is, he'll get out there and block a little more, but he's really all around. He really is like a tight end.
Yeah, but also a little contrast between both players. Winslow likes to talk a lot more than JT Munch. JT Munch is just a blue collar guy. Get on the field, do the job, get the points, get the win.
Mr. Munch is very humble.
Yeah, it's a very humble player. It's gonna be a second one for the Demons from the 11. There's
51 seconds left on the clock in the half.
JT Munch, as we said, does not like to run his mouth. He's just a well-around good guy in the game. So they're going to shotgun handoff to Berman. I don't think he got it. So Connor Higgins, number 56, with the initial hit.
Just get stopped there. He didn't run behind Mr. Munch right there, so...
Yeah, third and he didn't get anything, so it's going to be a third down in about 1 yard. Brown, they're going to throw. Left side, looks like Barrett. And it looks like the Demons got a first down. So the clock will stop with 23 seconds left. Actually, you know what? They're going to measure it, Brett. They're going to bring out the chain gang. And so now they're going to measure it.
If this does fall a little short with one timeout left, you may see us rush.
Yeah. And plus, you know what? You get the first down, the clock is going to stop, man. And the Demons will be getting the first down. So Demons looking to add points. This would be a great opportunity for the Demons. Don't want to let anything get away. So 21-7 Demon, first and 10 from the 11. 23 seconds left. Lots of weapons here for the Demons to go to. You got Berman. You don't know where he's going to be on the field because he's such a great player. They got Munch. Then you got the whole wide receiving core. You don't know who Brown's going to go to. Brown, we're going to see now. His looks left. Got a man. Touchdown, Westlake. Tom McCallum. Wow. Out of nowhere, He's got so many weapons. It's just like name after name after name after name for the Demons. And McCallum, who hasn't had a grab tonight, makes a touchdown grab. He's just got so many people to go to, and right there it shows.
He really is spreading the ball around tonight well. And we would like to see more into that early in the season. Really.
Yeah.
You normally see him go to Baird or McCallum, but when you spread the ball around and you got the running back like Jake, teams are really going to have trouble stopping you. There's so many weapons.
Once you think that you got the whole Westlake receiving core ready, when you're Fairview and you see 4 wide receivers come out here in the first half and tear you apart, you got to be wondering, you got to be confused because we haven't heard from Tom McCallum all right now tonight until that play. We haven't said his name, and all of a sudden, boom, he's got a touchdown grab. So John Brown's just got a plethora of wide receivers out there.
Tom Leitcher converts another extra point. Starting to get a little bit of a habit here. Nothing big.
It's a good habit to have. As you see the play by Brown, looking to the right, looking right, and there's McCallum right there in the end zone. As Brown has had a lot of time tonight, Brett, and it just seems like a lot of the plays he's made has come with a little improv, a little bit of moving right to left with the wide receivers, coming back to him trying to catch the ball. So it looks like it's been a little improv tonight on the Westlake side of the ball.
Fairview is having they're doing a poor job of rushing him. They're not having a good pass rush. And that's why you're seeing John be able to sit back there, for like 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you're the best corner, you're the best safety in the league. If the quarterback has time to find you, you could get open.
Yeah, definitely. As you know, here is Fasca, and he didn't turn on the Jets again. And Fairview is going to go into halftime. We got 4 seconds. They're going to go into halftime, 28-7. And so it's almost halftime. You know what that means? It's almost Brett's favorite time of the game.
I'm very hungry today.
I'd like to thank Hungry Howie Pizza for the pizza tonight. And also Lehman's Deli for the sandwiches. And there's the sandwiches.
Oh.
Looking good. And
we got to thank Leah Haddle for the cupcakes.
Treat every week. So
Food is always good, Steve.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You could have a rough day, but when you sit down and you eat, it's good.
It's all
So
good.
Fairview's going to take the knee, Brett. They're going to go into halftime 20. Westlake's going to go into halftime 28-7. Very impressive by the Demons. We were criticizing them a little bit in the beginning. He can't commit penalties. And so then from then on, after they scored the first 7 points, they really haven't committed anything offensively or defensively that's worth criticism. Excellent first half for the Demons.
They've settled down on both sides
Yes.
of the ball, Steve. I mean, that's what it comes down to. They're going out there and doing what they really should do, and it's overmatches Fairview.
So the Demons are going to go into halftime. They're up 28-7. We'll see if they add on in the second half. So once again, after one half of play, Demons up 28-7 here in Fairview.
We would now like to thank our WHPS TV sponsors for 2004-2005. Lime Cooler Incorporated, lifetime membership sponsors of the Lime Cooler Remote Camp. Jenkins Funeral Chapel, lifetime scholarship sponsors. Industrial Video Corporation, lifetime scholarship sponsors. The Cleveland Clinic Health System, lifetime membership sponsors representing Fairview, Lakewood, and Lutheran Hospitals. MGM Interiors on Detroit Road, number 1 Express Car Wash and new detail center at 25247 Detroit Road. Tuffy Muffler and Auto Service Center on Detroit Road next to Drug Mart. Sun Newspaper, where you can find the WHBS TV guide again this year. To subscribe today, call 216-986-2500. Westlake Kiwanis Club. Stephen and Jacqueline and Emerson Emser of Westlake, Bill's Golden Shear Barbershop on Center Ridge Road. King's Printing on Center Ridge in the King James Plaza. Hungry Howie's Pizza on Center Ridge and Walter Roads. Quiznos Classic Subs on Center Ridge Road and Rocky River. Mr. and Mrs. Elmer Volpi of Westlake. Mr. Tom Lachey, the National Plastic Packaging Company of Cleveland. North Coast Bearing Incorporated, Mainco Incorporated, Sidrid Media in Warrensville Heights. Neverman Insurance on Detroit Road in Westlake. TGI Fridays at the Promenade. Daffy Dan's Custom T-Shirt, the Aurora family of Westlake. Vivid Jewelers in Bay Village, Courtyard by Marriott. The Regal Cinema. Geiger's Clothing and Sports. The Celebrate Westlake Labor Day Fun Run Committee. Cleveland Sign Company. Dr. Paul Lindgren, Professional Dentistry at 25101 Detroit Road. Mr. Joe Bach of Lorraine City Schools. Mayor Dennis Clough and the City of Westlake, the Westlake Town Criers, Adelphia Cable Company, Jerry and Karen Hoddle, and Family of Westlake, Max and Irma's, Port Washington Inn, Bed and Breakfast in Millsburg and Holmes County, Ohio. For reservation and information, call toll-free 1-888-674-7704. Walmart on Brook Park Road. The Scott Fetzer Foundation, Tops Friendly Market on Columbia Road, Automotive Specialty Services, That Back Steakhouse, Carrabba's Italian Grill, Riverside Golf Club in Olmsted Falls, the Wicks for Kids Foundation, Woodard Photo Studios, Mr. Jim Gornick of Moore Stevens and Apple Incorporated, Tom and Gary Kopchak and Family of Westlake, Sherwin-Williams Architectural Coating on Detroit Road, The Holiday Inn Westlake at Cracker, Miss Sally Jameson of Westlake, Bennigan's on Brook Park and Great Northern Boulevard, Lushjack Planning Corporation, Registered Investment Advisors, University of Notre Dame Athletic Department, Mr. and Mrs. Ted Seller, Miss Carolyn Ziccarelli, Mr. and Mrs. Richard Cullum, Martin Diane Williams, Spitzer Motor City, the Dodge Superstore at 13001 Brook Park Road, Bay Village, Mayor Deborah Sutherland, Stan and Marcy Bullard, and Family of Westlake, the Bay Village Superintendent, Halligetty Counter Limited Certified Public Accountants, former WHBS President Mr. Bob Aber, Dave & Buster's for Food, Fun, and Sports, Kaufman's Department Store, Lehman's Deli, Jeff and Sandy Westfall, Giant Eagle Market, Frank and Gail Saberna, Amica Insurance for Auto, Home, and Life, Wide Open West Cable carrying WHBS TV on Channel 18, former WHBS Station Manager Mr. Jeff Kopchak, Sparrow Smith Investment Advisors Incorporated, John and Doreen Turk and Family of Westlake, Mr. Greg Urbis and St. Ed's High School, the Ever Ready Battery Company, our Energizer Specialist, Nordston Corporation in Westlake, America Gas, America's Propane Company, Sealy, Savage, and Albert Company, and Gales Westlake Garden Center and Greenhouse at 24373 Center Ridge Road. Gales, the national choice all year. Thank you for keeping WHBS TV the #1 high school broadcasting station in the state of Ohio and the 3-time National Crystal Cable Award winner. If you would like to become a WHBS sponsor, call 835-6777 or 250-1024. Leave a message and we will get back to you. Please support our sponsors when you shop or dine out, and remember to mention WHBS TV when you visit them. We'll be back.
Sheetal. We're not going to come back.
Okay.
Because, we're a few seconds away.
It's game time.
Yeah, it is game time. Second half game time. Whatever you want to say it. Very interesting first half. A lot of, wacky things going on. Westlake's up 28-7. Sheetal, do you have some stats?
Well, I actually wrote down some of the wacky stuff that happened. 2 turnovers that happened. One, a fumble to Dante Marinucci, and one a turnover to Doug Reef. Both of those fumbles came back for a Westlake score. And 3 major catches in the game were one to John McCain, who got the long 4th down, and another to Hassan out of nowhere, and also one to McCallum in the end zone. So Westlake really sharing the wealth when it comes to the pass plays.
Yeah, so really, she said out of nowhere, but there's so many receivers on the Westlake side of the offensive side of the ball, it's really not out of nowhere, just because John Brown has so many people to throw it to. And so, you know what? Westlake might bring in some of the reserves here in the second half, so we're going to give Brett Henderson some valuable experience. He's going to do some play-by-play. So, because you don't know when I'm going to pull up with a quad injury.
You got an onside kick to start things off here in the second half.
Yeah, you don't know when I'm going to pull up with a quad injury in the middle of the third quarter against Amherst. So,
right, Steve, I'm there right behind you waiting to get my shot at the big time.
So take the big time.
Hey, don't worry, Steve. I'm here also if you need it.
So Westlake's offense takes the field here for the first time in the third quarter.
Nice start, Brett. Nice start.
Got that first one off my back. John Brown back in his usual shotgun. Looks like we have 4 wideouts. Berman in the backfield. Handed off to Berman up the middle for big time yards. He may take this one all the way home. And
Flag on the play.
out on the 10-yard line is Berman starts off the third quarter with a great run up the middle. Steve, now that you are the color man, what do you have to say about that run?
There's a flag on the play. That's what I got to say about that one.
Wow.
And actually, we got a personal foul on Fairview, so it is a face mask. Yeah, so that was actually a great run by Berman. He had lots of room. They credit the offensive line. Just so much room. He didn't have to move. Shot up right up the middle like he was just shot out of a cannon. First down, Demons, and a huge play.
That was only Westlake's second penalty of the game, flag of the game.
Berman back in the shotgun. Brown, excuse me, handed off to Berman, picks up a couple yards up the middle. Bringing it to second down in about 5. Second and 5 on the 5. And the Demons are up here 28-7 in the first half. A pass by Brown in the end zone to number 12 is Barrett. Touchdown Barrett. Once again, the connection between Brown and Barrett.
Oh, nothing usual for the Demons. What can I say?
Westlake goes up 34-7. Maestro continues his kicking success. It should be 35-7 here shortly.
Yeah, Maestro, excellent job the last couple weeks, Brett.
Now, Steve, I'm a little nervous about my first time for play-by-play, so I'm going to have to thank someone. I'm going to have to thank someone and say hello, as Maestro does during the extra point.
5 for 5.
It is your mom. It's a white piece of paper for you, but it says hi, Mom.
The lights are a little bit bright, but
yeah.
That's saying a little hello to my mother, who's at home watching.
I'm sure.
I'm sure she appreciates and watching and be like, my son cares.
Brett's a big-time broadcaster. Come on.
I'm gonna work on this sign.
You might have to learn from physics.
My boy Hoddle tells me you got a highlighter.
Yeah. I still don't think that's gonna work, but anyways.
Back to the game.
Back to the game, of course.
35-7 Westlake, third quarter, running away with this game. Running away with the game.
Yeah, so hi, Mrs. Henderson. How you doing? Thanks for letting Brett come out tonight.
Thank you, ma'am. I know I haven't been the best kid lately.
So Westlake's going to kick it off as Brett works on his sign over here. Maestro with the boot.
Hey, big fan.
And it's going to go into no man's land. Fairview hasn't even picked it up yet. And Howell will pick it up, and he'll dash on the right side. Pick up a couple yards.
I like them all.
This is the teamwork we're looking for, Steve. I'm out on the sideline right now working on a sign. You're picking up the play-by-play.
This is good teamwork. This is good teamwork. We only got a couple games left since Westlake plays so many home games. Of course, you're joining us on the road all year long.
Don't be surprised if you see me show up to a home game. Or two.
Or two.
Oh.
Whoa.
The sign's not.
If Mrs. Henderson lets you, right? If Mrs. Henderson lets Brett come out to those home games.
First and 10 on the 1-2. Steve out with the carry. Gets a couple, nothing too much there. Steve, it's 35-7. Fairview's got to open it up.
When did we not say that tonight, Brett? You got a 6'6" receiver and Schaefer. Take advantage. It's nothing against Westlake's. It's nothing against Westlake's defense because Westlake's defense is going to be there on that play. But he's 6'6". He's a basketball player. Just throw it to him.
It's now 2nd and 9 on the 23rd.
1 yard gain. Reese under center. 2nd and 9. Man in motion. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, gets sacked by number 66. Ray Denby getting in there, caused a little confusion.
So Denby making a little bit of noise tonight. Seen his face on a couple plays. The sign works. Wow. That's a nice color right there. Anybody else you'd like to thank? Would you like to thank the Academy, Brett? Anybody else you want to thank?
I just want to thank all my fans who supported me for my big debut as a play-by-play broadcaster here in the second half. Reese is under center. Let's get back to the game here a little bit. 3rd and 15 on the 15. Jump ball up. Overthrown.
There he was.
That was in no man's land.
Look, he's looking for Schaefer. Just overthrows him.
You're right. Yep. That is no man's land. He overthrows him. Steve, that's what you wanted to see. You still want to see Fairview opening up, but they are 0-4. The true colors are starting to show.
Yes, could be the reason why they are 0-4. Fairview, I'd run the Statue of Liberty play. Do something nuts. I would do something that really confused Westlake. Run a reverse. There's the defensive coordinator for the Demons. He's really pumped about tonight's good effort.
Punter back to punt, kind of short. Caught at the 50 by Oots. Gets a good return, keeps going. 1 way away from break it to go home. Stays on his feet, big block, and returns it.
Wow.
So Oots with a great return there. It's the first return by a Westlake Demon player this year. Steve, tell me about it.
I can't remember the last time Westlake returned a punt, really. And Oots, it looks like he was dead on the play. It looked like he was tackled, but he pulled a good Quentin Griffith there. Barry Sanders impersonation, just boosted out of the tackle. And you see the sideline; they're all pumped up about it.
He lost his balance, but regained it. That's just
Oots with it. And also, when we get to the replay, we'll see who gave that last block. Because if it weren't for that block, Oots wouldn't have gotten in the end zone. So Westlake, we're not even 3 minutes in. They've already put up 13 points on the play. As there was a flag on the play. So there goes Oots' return.
Oots still only a sophomore. He's got a couple more years to try to get that punt return to touchdown.
He's looking like a young Godotti on the field.
John Brown back in shotgun. Berman in the backfield, Munch in motion to the right side. Hand it off to Jake, left side. Couple yards to the left side of the line. 2nd and 7.
That was a very interesting return.
So apparently the return by Oots was called back on a penalty.
We're going to get the replay. There was a penalty, but it was such a beautiful return. I just want to see it again. I'll break it down here. Here's a punt. And by Schaefer. And Oots, watch. He just goes in the middle of the pile. Where is he? Oh, he just pops up right there. And then he gets...
No flags on you. The flag may be right here by number 4.
Could be on Hoffman, but nobody knows. And the last play was an incomplete pass for the Demons. Go ahead, Brett.
So, time out, I believe. Second and 9 on the 19-yard line. 25-yard line, excuse me.
It's a very slow scoreboard right now.
Scoreboard operator up there, Fairview a little slow right now.
I think it's a disease going around the SWC conference because last week I had a little trouble with the scoreboard.
John back in the shotgun. Berman once again in the backfield, Munch in motion to the left side. John drops back, scrambles to the right side, completed to Berman, who's hit from back, but there is a flag down on the play.
Field vision right there for Berman. What a hit by Sean McCoon, number 50. Berman's still slow getting up on the play.
John Brown really having a lot of time to find the open man and get the ball to him. Fairview not really putting much pressure on him right now.
I think we have a flag on the play.
We do have a flag.
And they're going to mark it off on Westlake, bro.
If you're Westlake, you pretty much got the game in the bag. The one thing that, really could put a little bit damper is just to get sloppy. You got to show that, even though when you're up big, you're going to still be playing clean football. You don't want to get sloppy here. It's just not good.
What's too many men on not enough men field on the offensive line.
John back to throw. Looks downfield. He's going to go deep. Way overthrown. The intended receiver was Steve Barrett. You know, he took a gamble downfield.
Might as well.
You should see Fairview doing a little bit more.
Yeah.
Down 35-7.
I don't think Fairview. Tell you the truth, Brett, I don't think Fairview has a play where they send 3 or 4 wide receivers out on the play. They seem like they just put one and they just want to pound the ball. And Coach Johnson, people were criticizing Westlake in the last 3 years. Oh, it's not this type of offense.
19 on the 30.
They said this type of offense wasn't going to work.
Back to pass, goes deep, little bit high. Tried to go to Barrett, I believe, over the middle. The ball was thrown high. Actually, that may have been number 41 McCallum overthrown.
Yeah, it was.
It's gonna be a 4th and long.
As Brett, I was saying, a lot of teams in the area run the type of offense Fairview is doing, but it's just execution. Coach Johnson, when he came here first, people didn't think that the spread offense would work in high school football, and obviously it has worked, and the Demons have been putting up some points.
Number 12, Barrett in motion. John back to pass, throws it to Berman, who has room to run to the outside, plows over another Fairview defender. You gotta love how Jake does it.
You gotta believe right there, that was just speed by Berman. He just flew past the Fairview
He's getting up
defenders.
a little slowly. He does have a bad ankle. It's not good to see. You don't really want to see any more, you don't want to see anyone get hurt. But especially your senior starters. The game's pretty much out of hand. This may be the time to get some other people some experience, Steve. We saw an injury in the Lincoln West game late in the game when it's kind of out of hand. And now Berman, he's kind of staggering off the field.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's nothing too bad.
He's jumping around on the sidelines. I think he's all right. He's right in front of our truck.
He's fine. He just got the 4th and 19 conversion.
They've been cramped up a little bit.
But, that was one thing that really helped. The Demons did not have the injury bug last year, but this year they've gotten it, unfortunately. Thomasic's out for the season. He's such a great player, but unfortunately he can't play the rest of the season with a leg injury. And then you got Travers has been out the last couple of weeks, unfortunately because he's been ill. And then also you have Brian Christie, who is B.J. Travers' backup. He's out for tonight. So injury bug has bitten the Demons, but they've done a nice job overcoming it.
So Steve, Westlake turns the ball over on downs, just opting to go for the 4th and 19. It's 35-7. You can't,
Might as well make Fairview go 85 yards on you.
Reese under center. 2 guys in the backfield. Still running the ball, big hole up the middle. He was a blocker or a broken tackle away from taking that one home. Number 2, Steve Howard, the 5'7" running back senior. He's continuing to he's having a decent game running the ball, but really, if you're Fairview, you're gonna have to see some big plays.
Yeah, that's what they had in the first half, Brett. They had Hout just pounding the ball up the middle. They haven't seen anything since then, just because of Westlake's adjustments that Westlake has made. And that's why we haven't seen Hout do anything else.
1st and 10 on the 27, Reese under center. 2 wideouts, guy in the backfield. Hand off up the middle, not too much there.
That's what we've seen. That really epitomizes it. First play of the drive really represents the first drive of the game for Fairview. They go and get some serious yardage on the first drive. They got the touchdown. The second play right here just really symbolizes the rest of the game for the Fairview Warriors, because they haven't been going anywhere since. So.
Yep. 2nd and 7 on the 30. Reese under center once again. 2 men in the backfield. Wide out to the right side. He's going back to pass. Throws short route, which is caught. Probably will pick up the first down. Number 1, that's gonna make the reception. 1st and 10 Fairview. They are starting to move the ball here a little bit, Steve, but the time's ticking. You're now
Time's ticking.
Scores,
I think Fairview right now is not really thinking about scoring points. I really think they're thinking about executing and getting some work done here.
Reese under center. 2 guys in the backfield. Handoff, 1st and 10. How another powerful run up the middle. Breaks a couple tackles. Picks out, looks about 5 or 6 yards.
Yeah, how with a nice second burst right there through the hole, and you got some serious yardage.
So it's 2nd and 4 on the 47.
Second and 3. 2nd and 4 on the 47. Got a little bit of 1-yard discrepancy back here. Reese scrambling out to his right in pursuit. Gets tripped up. Looks like gets to the 1st down.
Yeah,
1st and 10, 47.
Reese there doing his best Michael Vick impersonation right there. Just roll back and just run as fast as you can. And you can really see that he is not Michael Vick.
So Reese under center. 3 guys in the backfield. Handed off to up the middle once again. Picks up.
Dropped it.
6 or 7. Looks like he fumbled there, but recovered by him.
It was recovered by him. He did fumble it, carrying it with one arm.
Second and 4 on the 39. So Fairview looking to get a little drive here together. Maybe put that scoring to 3 and maybe get, they're gonna have to have here. They're gonna have to start getting some corky plays, some onside kicks.
Yeah.
They're down 4.
They did try the onside kick, but in the beginning of the half, but nothing happened.
Reese handed off to Howe once again, who decided to go around the end, but then cuts it back to the middle. Gets stuffed by 53
Acker. Can you say enough about his play so far this season, Brett? He's just... that's another tackle for loss. I don't know how many he's got tonight, but he had 12 coming in. He had 12 coming into the night. He's a great player, and I can't. If he's doing this well in his junior season, I cannot believe what he's going to do in his senior season because he's just absolutely tearing it up.
3rd and 4. Got to look at the Demon sideline right there. Full of smiles. Reese under center. Drops back to pass. Rolls his left side. Throws a ball in the flat to out who picks up the 1st down. So this will bring up a 1st and 10. First and 10. First and 10 on the 36. Reese gets the ball, gives the ball to Howard again, who gets swarmed by just about the whole Westlake defense there. He's running the ball a lot in this drive. It's only a matter of how for Westlake.
Yeah.
It's gonna stay. You can't just keep doing that.
Yeah.
You can't challenge just like that. You guys got guys like Campbell.
Especially when you have Campbell and Acker, arguably one of the 2 best defensive tackles in the conference. You're not going to keep running the ball with success. I don't care who's running the ball. I don't care if it's Bobby Doyle from Avon Lake. It's not going to happen.
Reese under center. Second down and 9. There's the pass. Number 21, Carl Zeig, the 5'9" senior, makes the reception there. Steve, really, quarterback Reese really doesn't seem to he doesn't really throw the ball for a lot of blocks.
Yeah,
he
he-
kind of lobs up there. That may be the reason you're seeing mostly run.
Yeah.
He may not have the arm around the field.
Could be. You don't know what it could be. It could be offensive line. It could be your quarterback. It could be a weakness, any weakness in the offense. You don't know about anything. But I'm sure Coach Johnson and the Demons aren't really worried about this drive. You got the game in hand, but it's a third down and the clock's ticking. So I'm sure they don't really care.
3rd and 2 on the 28. A minute 55 remaining and dropping in the third quarter. Reese completes pass to number 21, Carl Zeich, the same player who had the last reception. Brings up a 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. So Fairview looking to punch it in here before the closing minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, I'm sure Fairview really likes the way this drive is going. They're down, but I'm sure they like any type of movement of the ball, especially not letting Westlake score.
Reese drops back to pass, looks left, throws the jump ball. He kind of threw it up there for grabs like I was talking about earlier. Number 27, Wagner, almost had the interception, hit off his hands. Almost had the second effort to come up with it on the bobble.
Chris Wagner, an excellent player, one of the underrated players of the defensive side unit. Nobody really talks about what he has done so far this year, but he's had an excellent year. Talking to him in school today, and he was hoping to make a big play, and there was that opportunity. Just
a lot of
fell
times
through the hands.
You know, before you make the interception, when you see that much field in front of you, you're thinking touchdown. Defense players don't get the score.
I think
So Reese under center, bunch of guys in the backfield, 2 wideouts, hand off to Hout again.
you got a
Flag
flag.
is down. Hout stuffed at the line. Dante loses his helmet.
Dante playing with so much intensity. So we have a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to go into Fairview. There's Dante just playing with so much intensity his helmet can't even stay on.
Dante having some problems with his helmet there, trying to get it together.
Yeah, we were talking about Chris Wagner. You know what? Yeah, people will say he's a little underrated on his defense. Mainly, you could say one thing: nobody throws the ball to his side of the field. That could be the best thing you could tell a quarterback is because he's that good. They won't even throw to him.
Fake handoff to Hout. Reese is gonna keep the ball. Get dragged down by who is it, Steve? Once again.
Craig Acker. Man, this kid is awesome. He is such a good ball player. He's got so much speed as well as power and intensity. He's just a great ball player.
Give the super fan. Fine.
So Steve,
Fill your cup up.
Fairview's
Top.
walking up to the line on the 4th down. They will go for it down 35-7.
Throw the lob in the end zone to number 5 out of your screen. That's what I say.
Calling for the lob.
Just throw it.
To number 5, Dan Schaefer.
It's got to happen
Still
sometime.
wants to see the completion of the big 6-6.
There it is. We had him,
There's the lob.
and it worked.
Steve called it.
You couldn't have called it any better.
I've been calling him tonight. I said earlier in the game, I was like, you don't want Fairview to fumble it, and they fumble it. If you're going to be successful, just throw it to the kid. He's 6'6".
You're right, Steve.
Wide open.
We're going to get a replay look at that.
Yeah, he was wide.
You basically called it out. You've been asking for it all night. You know,
It wasn't wide open, but it was his height. It was his height that caused it.
Reese heard us up here. Here's the replay. Reese fakes the handoff to Hout. He's been getting the ball
Yeah.
out. You can see he's looking for
His height.
that all the time. He didn't look off Schaefer once that whole
He
play.
went through 3 demon defenders to make the grab. It shows how much skill he has. He just went over him. Just throw the ball to him. And an extra point, it looks like it's good. So 35-14.
35-14. 14. Judging on the way, 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35-14. 35- judging on the way the defense, Fairview's, their trouble stopping Westlake's offense. You'll probably see them go for an onside kick, even though it's still third quarter. They're down three scores. You still may see them go.
I kick the onside or see what happens. You got nothing to
14
lose.
seconds left here in the third quarter. You just gotta look there of the Demons faithfuls who made the long road trip out here to Fairview.
Yeah, that was a long haul, about 5.5 miles, but it's a lot better than going to Southview or Amherst. I'll tell you that.
There you see Mr. Munch and the rest of the Westlake Demons.
There's a Sana McCallum. We talked about them earlier. The whole wide receiving core is excellent. And that's just 2 out of like 5 for that receiving core.
So 35-14, Westlake's up. Fairview just punched in their second touchdown.
I'm sure, Brett, that whole drive for Westlake, I'm sure they didn't even. I'm sure the coaches are like, yeah, we give 7 points, we got stuff to work on. But Fairview just blew about 7 minutes off the clock. I'm sure Westlake doesn't even care about that.
Westlake will trade touchdown for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Do the math, it's not going to work out.
Yeah. And let's see. I don't think Westlake is going to bring in the reserves. They're not too far ahead.
Probably going to see the onside kick here. If they do kick it away, they're definitely going to be showing their confidence in their defense.
Yeah, the defense hasn't stopped Westlake tonight. Only in fourth. There's a squibber.
The squibber.
It is fumbled moved around by Westlake, but
I'm not sure if that was an attempted onside kick. You'd think if you're going to squib the ball, Steve, and give great field position, you might as well give up the 10 more yards and just go for a shot to get the ball back.
Just try to get the ball back, you know. If I'm not sure about the rules, but if Fairview would overstack one side of the line, I'd boot it to the other side and about 5 yards. Or you know what? You boot it here. You have the kicker just kick it 10 yards right in front of him and then have him run on it. We see that a lot of times too. But Westlake's got the ball now, bro.
Jake, running up the middle, picks up 10 yards. Probably gets the first down on his first handoff.
Wow.
He's up a little slow again. Something's hurting on him, but Berman's the warrior. You hear him getting pumped for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Demons always holding up the 4 fingers because they know it's fourth quarter time. They know it's winning time. There's John Brown. He's excited about the win. This game's pretty much in hand for the Demons, but it's not too far ahead for the Demons. But the way Fairview looks, it's pretty much in the hands of the Demons.
There's a shot of the packed Westlake side of the stadium.
Good traveling fans tonight.
The traveling fans, and they're not on the newest looking bleachers over there. You gotta tip your hats up.
Yeah.
The fans they're really being tough tonight. They're not afraid to pack those stands. The old wood.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the stands, if you didn't come out to the game tonight, you didn't see the stands that the Westlake side is sitting on. It looks like it was built before the Revolutionary War.
Yeah,
the way it looks like.
It looks like it was built back in the day, my dad was in high school. That wasn't before the Revolutionary War, though.
Yeah, there was a flag on. They threw a flag, I think maybe on a celebratory movement by the Demons because they were just throwing a party on their sideline. But Westlake, the Fairview side of the field looks like a brand new built side. It's the stadium. It's steel. It's like taking the Westlake side, and if you go to Ludice Field, it looks like the Westlake sideline. Then the Westlake sideline that our fans are sitting on tonight, they've had to stick it out. It's not too comfortable, but I think, as our cameraman Mike Kopchak is saying up there, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but winning can cure anything, and it's happening tonight.
He's so clever.
So we think they did call the dead ball foul in Westlake for over celebrating. You don't really want to see that from Westlake. They're favored in this game. They're doing what they need to do. It's good to be pumped up there, but you don't want to really show it to their team. They still got a lot of work to do at this season. Some big teams to play.
We're gonna talk about it a little bit. I would take the JT Munch attitude right here. if I was Westlake, and just be the humble person, say we got the lead. Good work, guys. 1 quarter and we're going home. And now the refs are gonna move the ball to the other side of the field. The refs are getting their workout.
One more.
Brett's been a very, I'd say, funny game tonight. Westlake just pulling out the points like out of nowhere. They're just putting the points on the board. We've seen some weird plays. We've seen some missed snaps that have been turned into 15-yard touchdown grabs. So it's been a kind of a weird night. But Westlake's got 21-point lead, so I'm sure they don't really care about how they get the points. It's just a matter of getting them, and then getting the momentum into the big next 5 games. Later half of the season is the biggest part for the Demons.
Hand off to Jake, runs to the left side, hurdles one defender, falls forward for once again a gain.
Somebody get the
Fairview band director really trying to get that band pumped up, maybe wear off onto their team.
There he is.
There he is.
Well, it's the drum war right now between the Westlake band and Fairview band.
So Barrett got a first down there.
Barrett with a great catch there. Look, we're gonna get a replay on that.
Hopefully. But yeah, the war of the bands have been alive and well tonight. We've been hearing it all night. So it's great. 1st and 10 for the Demons from the 48. Matter, I think right now, Westlake just put the ball on the ground. Not literally, just get the ball to Berman and let him run it, as they will there. And he'll get about 3. So here's the replay. Brown, 3rd down. Barrett, what can you say? Oh, he barely hung on to that.
He fouls it, but manages to gain control before stepping out of bounds.
Good control there by Barrett.
John hacked the pass. Hooks up with number 85, Andrew Gray. Picks up some yards here.
Really key here for Westlake. Keep the clock rolling. So make the game longer than it really should be.
Gray, Barrett, wideouts. Jake Berman out in motion, back to pass. Caught by number 45, JT Munch.
So there he goes.
Mr. Munch, another reception.
Yeah, blue collar worker. You didn't see him celebrating on that one. Just a little faint smile.
You like to see a player carry himself like that. He acts like he's been there and done it before.
Yeah, if he gets into the end zone, just hands the ball to the ref. There was a flag on the play, and it's going to take away Munch's effort. It's going to be a hold on the Demons.
If there is a downside to this game for Westlake, that they could go back and look at this game, is they've got to start cutting down the penalties. They're not going to be able to get away with stuff like this, killing drives when they're playing the teams like Falls or Amherst or Avon Lake.
There's been 5 offensive penalties for Westlake this game.
So it's going to be... And wow, what a play to Barrett! Oh, he got to the 40, he got a first down. And we were just listening to some rule interpretations here from John Smith. But, Westlake will get close to the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 1. Yeah, Brett
found out from John
go ahead.
Smith, working hard on the sidelines, that the unsportsmanship call against Westlake earlier was due to Jake Berman, who was knocked out of the game and came back in without authorization.
Yes, he was a little bit injured, so it wasn't on the celebratory actions of the Demons. We thought it was, but who knows? 4th and 1 for the Demons. Brown being pressured and going to lob it over to Berman. First down. Oh, he gets pummeled, but he still drags the pile of 5 yards. Wow, that just shows Jake Berman. He gets hit by 3 players and just keeps moving. Gets first down.
Westlake driving down the field right now, just basically wasting up the clock. John back in the shotgun, snap, looks his right side to Munch.
Oh.
Batted down by number 56, Connor Higgins. 5'11", 190-pound senior.
Nice play by Higgins. That's what every defensive lineman should do, right, Brett? On the pass, just get your hands up.
Right.
I'll get it.
Berman runs to the outside, gives a little hesitation move, takes it all the way down to the 2-yard line.
Wow, Brett.
Now, Steve,
He's huge.
Berman is making this drive happen.
Yeah.
This is where you want to see them hand it off to him and reward him. Let him get his rushing TDs.
Yeah,
He's worked hard, throughout the whole season, and it seems like when they get down there, they tend to pass a lot.
Yeah, but Berman's the reason why they get down there, and Berman's just flat out awesome. Really can't say anything about it. He's so fast, powerful,
Munch
strongest
motion
person,
to the
power
right
pound.
side. Snap. They are going to go with the pass. They will throw it to Berman,
Amazing.
who gets the touchdown. So Berman with his second receiving touchdown. We're yet to see him get the rushing one.
Yeah, he's gotten in the end zone. You can't blame him. He's gotten into the end zone.
I mean, they've had success all year passing half yard, a yard out. You don't see it that often. There's normally not enough room, but it's working. I guess they're going to keep going with it.
Well, it's working tonight. You don't know when it's not going to work, but See, the thing is Westlake, you think they don't know when it's not going to work, because when it doesn't work, the pass is on the 1-yard line. They can just hand off to Berman. He's so powerful. So Mitro's going to boot this one up. It looks good, and it is.
Making the score 42-14, Westlake here in the fourth quarter.
And it's really gonna wrap it up. It's been a very interesting night. So it's been
Steve, I will turn the play-by-play back over to you.
Thanks, Brett.
I don't think I quite built up the stamina and the conditioning to take it home. So.
Thanks, Brett. I think I got the credentials to take it over now. But it's been you did a nice job, Brett. You did a nice job.
I'm gonna shake your hand. I want to thank everyone. For sticking with me through my first play-by-play. Maybe this gets me to take the homecoming.
I know. You did a pretty good job. You did pretty good. You got to work on your techniques. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I can't say anything.
I'm new to the game, Steve.
New to the game. Oh, you did a pretty good job. If you're new to the game, you got the knowledge of the game down. It's been a great night, Brett, on the field and here in the broadcast booth. Oh, and Fairview fumbled the ball and nobody picked it up, and
Covered by number 1 Matt.
Vasco with the grab. He picked it up. Two people converged on the ball. They thought that the other person caught it, and they started running, and who knows?
Thanks to Steve. H-E-N-G-O.
So the Demons are gonna try to stop Fairview here. So let's see what's going on.
I'm looking out at the sidelines, Steve, and I'm seeing Cecil Valley get a little dance here.
Yeah, I just noticed it too. He's pumped up about the game. Maybe he's excited because he's gonna get in the game right here. Here's the handoff, left side, and Hout will get a couple yards. And so this game's gonna start winding down here. We'll see how this game affects the SWC standings, as the Demons should improve in the standings because of the Olmsted Falls game. I don't know if Olmsted Falls is going to pull out a win against Avon Lake, because that's the toughest thing to do in the world. But
It doesn't feel like it fits in right. It feels like
Steve, I'm interested to know what's going on over in Falls at Big Avon Lake.
So I just said is, as Reese is going to throw out left side and drop pass. As Chizar dropped the ball. But yeah, that's a very interesting game. We saw another interesting game we haven't talked about. North Olmsted 4-0 against 4-0 Bay, two of Westlake's rivals. both of those teams are excellent ball clubs. Bay last year won 2 games. They were 2-8. This year they're 4-0. So, that's a very interesting ball game because both of those teams are equally as good as the other. And so we didn't really talk about that game tonight, but both those teams are very good. And so Reese on a 3rd down. Fake the handoff. He's going to look deep. No, he's going to throw it out to Hout. Hout gets a couple blocks, and he'll get hit on the play by Rafe. Doug Rafe. Brett, we have to applaud Doug Rafe's effort tonight. Been excellent. Absolutely great game by him and the whole defense, including Acker, Campbell, Marinucci. Whole defense. But really, Rafe made the plays tonight.
Yeah, Rafe had the big pick. I'm going to go ahead and say I give Rafe the Defensive Player Award.
I'd have to do it too. You could consider Acker, everybody else. You could basically give the whole defensive effort award to the defense because after giving up a first possession touchdown to Fairview, they've only given up once since, so they did an excellent job tonight. Also some great adjustments. So Reese, 2 wide receivers finally. He's going to look left side on the slant, missed it. Now he's going to go long. He's got a man. It's caught.
Well, Steve.
Actually, no, it was dropped. The ball came out of our view. As Dan Gray, the one and only Dan Gray, with the pass breakup. That's a very interesting number for a defensive back there, number 98. But
it really is. You wonder, are they going to stop Dan in for the defensive line? Nothing against him. I just don't think he has the size to get those big offensive lines.
He looked pretty good as a quarterback anyway, so it's going to be a 2nd down for Fairview. Handoff up the middle, nowhere. Acker, Campbell, Demby. Name them all, they're in there. Rafe.
I see Strayer, number 19, the backup Westlake, being his quarterback, loosening up his arm in the sideline. Maybe you'd like to see him get in there and get some experience. This game, it's over. It's out of hand.
Yeah, it's good to get Strayer some experience because after 3 years of having John Brown quarterback years, and Strayer's going to have to take the reins from John Brown. And so all the experience is going to be pivotal. And so
looks like Jimbo Fan may check in for Berman.
Yeah, Jimbo's got the speed. So Reese takes the handoff, looks over middle, incomplete. So 4th and 10 on the 31 for Fairview, and they're going to punt it away. 6:18 left here in the 4th quarter. And it's going to be next week's going to be very interesting for the Demons. They're going to take on Rocky River. Rocky River is only 1-3. And so now he's going to get the punt. Oots is going to let it go. And so that's 6:18, 6:05. Demons are going to take the field offensively, see if they put in the reserves. Might as well. You're up 42-14. As it looks like Barrett, Munch, and Berman will stay on the sidelines from outside our truck. So both teams very Westlake really proved that they are the more superior team tonight. As there's the Westlake band, Fairview band right now playing the Doors. I don't know if you're a fan of the Doors, Brad, but
I'm really not. Sorry, Steve. Sorry, all you Doors fans out there.
they are playing the Doors right now. I think Brett and I are staying in the new age right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna move out to the Doors age, but. And so the refs are gonna blow the play dead before they even start. I don't know what they're doing. And now they'll let them start the play. So it looks like Strayer is in the backfield. Number 19, yeah, there he is with Jingbo Fan, the one and only. They're gonna hand it off to Jingbo, and he'll get a couple. Wow, he got popped. So Jingbo getting some playing time tonight. Looks like the same offensive line is still in for the Demons, though. You still got Christensen, you got Rodino. They're all still in the game. Strayer to the left, to the right. Handoff. Jingbo. And he'll get about 3 or 4. And just keep pounding the clock away. Why not?
Westlake came into Fairview, expected to win. They did what they did to win.
Yep, they did what they had to do.
You know, this is a game they really were supposed to win big. They got to put this one behind them, and they really got to get to work. After Rocky River next week, necessarily isn't the worst team in the world. They are injured, a bunch of key injuries, but I mean, they got some big games coming. They really got to get prepared for.
Look, Frankie Phillips there with a grab. And he'll get first down yardage, so Phillips with a grab. Yeah, so Westlake, Rocky River's not. If Rocky River gets some healthy people, it could be very interesting because Rocky River's got Mike Milano. We've been talking him up all year. If Mike Milano's healthy, it should be very interesting. But Milano's very injury prone. He's been injury prone in a lot of sports. Football last year he was battered up. Wrestling last year he was battered up. So now this year he's a little hurt. So it'd be fun to see the two of the best running backs in the SWC go at it. And that's not even including Bobby Doyle of Avon Lake.
Flag down. They're going to call it on the defense, actually. There wasn't a false start.
Yeah, they're going to call it encroachment. It's 1st and 5 for the Demons. Ball's on the 47. And hand off to Jingbo. Lost a yard, it looks like. There's Jingbo, a lot of speed, right, Brett? He's a fast kid.
You should see him run sprints down the track.
Yeah, he's a fast sprinter.
Along with most of the football team.
And so Strayer's got a lot of people in. Hand off Jingbo. He's got some room. Breaks the tackle. Keep going, Jingbo. Keep going, Jingbo. He's got room. He's got to move. And Jingbo's going to go to the end zone. Touchdown. Jingbo Fan. His first touchdown of his career. Keep the football, Jingbo. Wow. Jingbo, there we saw Brett. We were talking about Jingbo's speed. And once he gets in the open field, he just boosts it down the field. And Westlake's got a touchdown.
Wow. Getting congratulated by his sideline.
Yeah, the whole team congratulating Jingbo. Awesome run by Jingbo. The whole team. Here's the extra point by Montreal. It's good. 49-14 for the Demons. Last year they won 51-6. So basically same result. So Brett, Jingbo Fan, we're going to break down this play. Jingbo breaks the tackle, and look at the speed. He gets on the shot. There he is.
No one really has a shot.
Jeez.
You're not catching up to Mr. Fan.
Jingbo's so fast our cameras can't keep up.
There's Jingbo getting congratulated by Jake Berman, JT Munch. Well, actually, Brett, we've been really calling it tonight. You know, before the play, we've been saying, watch this for this player team. And it's happened, you know. We talked about Fairview. You know what? Fairview, don't turn the ball over here on your own 7. They turned it over, and that really opened up the game. We've been talking about the speed of the Demons, you know. And right there, we called Jingbo with the speed. He's a sprinter, and right there, he goes about 40 yards for the touchdown.
You're right, Steve. You know, they are helping us make us look a lot smarter than
yes.
we really are.
Yeah, really. Also, I'd like to thank Coach Johnson because throughout the season he's been helping me with giving me some stats and all other stuff, preparing me for the Friday night game. So I'd like to thank him personally. And so short kick to about the 25. Running backwards is Fairview.
Brought down.
As Zeke returned it.
Now that the game's basically over, maybe we should give some credit to some guys who really are on the sideline you don't really hear about. How about the little managers out there? Jake Berman's little brother, Jesse Berman, little Alec Wargo, little guys down there, cheering them on and doing a great job. Who else we got on that sheet?
We just got everybody on here, all the trainers on this list. A lot of course, the band cheerleaders showing up tonight. It's about 3 minutes left. Demons up 49-14 here in the fourth. Timeout call by Fairview. So, the whole team has chipped in for the victory tonight for the Demons. It's good to see. And it's good to see for the team because they really perfected some of the skills that they really needed before they headed into the second half of the season. Because they got 5 games left. If I say in correct order, we got Rocky River, Olmsted Falls, Amherst, Avon Lake, and then Bay.
All big games here. They're trying to get in the playoffs here for the first time in a couple years.
The Demons haven't won the SWC since 1984. It might be a really tall task, but it can be done. So Fairview's going to get the ball here. 3 minutes left. Same people still in. Hand off, left side, 32. Druso, and he'll keep moving. And so, second string defense for the Demons in. Druso got about 7 yards. There's Druso. He's the one who just carried the ball for Fairview. 2nd and 4 on the 33, clock ticking before it's made official with the Demons win.
3 minutes.
Steve, I can't help to notice how you dressed tonight. Very similar to myself, but
I don't know, Brett. I think you dressed like me tonight. Who knows?
I'm just happy I didn't dress like either of you.
That'd be good. That'd be good. Don't dress like any of us. And Sheila, we heard you were gonna wear your Emmy dress. If you're gonna watch the Emmys, folks, it's the end of the game. We can throw in some self advertisement here, but we shot the Emmys from the Convocation Center, the Midwest Emmys, and it was absolutely an amazing experience. We'd like to thank the National Television Academy. They really helped us out a lot, and it was really an amazing experience. We got to meet a lot of people from the Cleveland area.
Hey,
it's gonna be presented statewide.
Steve, what I hear, you stepped up to the plate and presented a couple awards at the big Emmy show.
3 of them.
Let me hear about them, big man.
So I don't want to brag or anything, but I don't want to brag, but I just had to say I was the first high school or college student to ever present an award at any Emmys, the Midwest Emmys. So it was really an honor.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the next, don't watch for me. I'm gonna be on national television, C-SPAN. So just watch for me. I'm everywhere, folks. I'm taking over the TV industry.
National TV.
Yeah, some people look and tug Steve. I must admit, you did.
What are you saying there, Sheath? But anyways, Fairview's going to roll the ball down the sidelines. And number 8, Nick Crarill is going to go all the way. Touchdown, Fairview. So there's something to build on for Fairview to get the touchdown.
64-yard touchdown. Here at the minute 26 left.
Yeah, just pound the scoring, Just make it look better than it really was.
Yeah. It's prolonging the game a little bit here.
Yeah, prolonging the game for all us. I mean,
for all us Demon faithful.
Yes. So Fairview's going to try to tick on another point. So Nick Crail with 64 touchdown run as I was gloating a little bit, but we're going to get the extra point here before we get a replay. So the defensive coach is wondering what happened on that one. Second string one and the extra point. A little left, Brett. So it's going to be 49-20 for Westlake.
That's the first missed field goal we've seen all night.
I know. And there's the handoff. Crayhill on the misdirection, and he just went all the way. He had some good blocks downfield.
He broke outside, got the good block, and basically just saw a free ride to the end zone.
So Crayhill, the sophomore, getting some valuable experience for the future years.
Great camera work by Mikey.
Yeah, Mike, big dog Kopchak upstairs, drinking the Mountain Dew. He's had. I know it's not been comfortable up there tonight, Mike, but I'm sure winning cures everything, like I said earlier. So the Demons are ready to receive the kickoff by Fairview. Minute 19 left. So we're gonna thank some of our crew early on. Also, I'd like to thank John Smith. He provided the rule interpretation on that Jake Berman play.
Hold me tie my tie.
There's Mike Big Dog Kopchak upstairs. Big Dog in the Mountain Dew. I'm sure he's fine. Thanks, Mike. Nice job tonight. And there's Doug Bullard. Cedar Point and all.
Let's get Jimmy with Alex. Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy, great job.
There's
Take a little bow.
Jimmy
There you go.
Kimokumar.
I don't think you can take a bow with that thing on him. So there's Alex Kaufman.
Big smile.
End of the truck.
Oh.
Okay, Jimmy, after the kick, you'll
So onside kicker, right to McCallum. So Westlake's just going to down the ball here. We'll probably take a knee. And our stats crew have been a little limited tonight because the human calculator is not here, Scott St. Marie, but there's Mr. Kopchak and the whole stats crew joining us tonight.
Okay, Jimmy.
As
Come on back here.
Westlake will probably just take the victory down.
Come right back in here.
End the game, 49-20. The Westlake fans are still here. 49-20. Good, just waiting for end the game. So it's going to be a very... wireless connection. So there's the back of the truck. There's Leah Hoddle, Kim Kopchak, Mark
Shot of the crew.
Hoddle, and we're gonna get a hand up. What's up, everybody? Hey, Brett's mom. Brett's on TV. So,
Oh, Mom. Go ahead.
so Brett, there's Brett's sign, made right on the desk. He's saying hi to Mrs. Henderson. Hi, Mrs. Henderson. That's a nice sign.
Papers all over the place.
Yeah. It's been a very unorthodox night tonight for football, even though on a beautiful
Very
night.
interesting night.
And Westlake's gonna run it out. Looks like Danny Lammers right now is getting some experience as quarterback, sophomore.
They like to call him Dino Dan, Steve.
Dino
What
Dan.
I hear, Dino Dan.
Any explanation? Any reasons?
I have a great explanation. It goes back to last baseball season.
Yes.
It basically comes down to Dino Dan's infatuated with what else? Dinosaurs.
Really? So Kim Kopchak,
Happy birthday, Kona. 17,
Celebrating
yeah.
her own birthday with her own sign, but so hand off. Jingbo fan, bust it out, Jingbo. Oh, couldn't get it. Westlake just run the clock out. So I'm thinking Lammer's got a good interest in dinosaurs. So that's gonna end tonight's ball game. Westlake is gonna run out of Fairview with a 49-20 victory. Congratulations, Demons. Moved to 4-1. They're gonna next week take on Rocky River in homecoming at Westlake High School. Westlake 29-point win. They're the cheerleaders. They're all happy about the win, as all of us.
Nice and slow. Okay, then we'll go to
So now we're gonna run the crew list. Brett, excellent job tonight.
Thank you.
It's been so. Chito, also thank you for joining me.
Sure.
All right. Mike did Big Dog Kopchik at the top, drinking the Mountain Dew. Jimmy Kimmelkumar, Alex Call Me Al Kaufman, Kirsten Darky Stark, Dougie Fresh, Bullard, appointed by yours truly, Alex A1 Medora, Angel Saberna, Sophia Opa Sandalakis, and then King Koma Kopchak. There's the band, they're all excited. Loud Leah Hoddle, I wonder why she gets that name. And then Mark the Guy at Hoddle. And also special thanks to Mrs. Hody, Mr. Kopchak was the technical advisor. Thank you, Mr. Kopchak. Executive director, you can read it on the screen. And then thank you for watching, folks. It's been an excellent ball game. 49-20. Demons pull out a victory here in Fairview, so it's really going to be a launching pad for the rest of the season. We're halfway through the season. The Demons are 4-1, and hopefully we'll be at least 8-2 by the end of the season and going into the playoffs. So there you see the top of your screen, 49-20. Demons pull out a victory here in Fairview. So once again, everybody, for the WHBS crew, I am Steve Aurora, and that's not my face. There I am. And so for the WHBS crew, I'm Steve Aurora.
I'm Sheep Lakota.
Brett Henderson.
Make it a great week at sports, everybody. Thanks to the Layman's Deli, Hungry Howie's, and everybody else.
And Tops Water.
Can't forget Tops. We'll see you at home coming, everybody. Good night.